You're right. Second game. First game was good to get it out of the way, and get our feet wet in district. And Jasper's 1-0. We're 1-0. We got to go on the road. Sometimes that can be difficult, playing in a new environment. To describe Jasper's football team to you, they're running the spread. They're going to probably throw it, or at least line up to throw it a little bit more than they run it. The quarterback is their main rusher. He's the leading rusher in district right now. He has the most carries in district, I think it's 74. So leading rusher, that's where it's all going to start. We have to do a good job with him and keep him from hurting us with the run. They have two receivers, one with 30 receptions this year, and then the other one's about 18. So they're coming in with high numbers on the receiving end. So it'll definitely test our pass defense and how we can deal with when he gets out of the pocket and when they break routes off, stuff like that. We're a very balanced team as far as offense goes, so it should be reflected that we do have a good defense. And when you look at time of possession, things like that, you could say that our defense is going to, it's a fair shake for them. They're having to defend in between the two teams we just talked about. So giving up those few points, really we just gave it up in week one. And good Lumberton team, very good Lumberton team. But after week one, kids tend to get in shape, especially at our level where they're playing both sides of the ball. And that's always what you're worried about. You're worried about those first three games, the heat factor, the get in shape factor, and now we're there. So now we don't worry about that as much, and we developed depth. So that makes our defense even stronger now, I believe. It's very difficult to score on us just because our kids have a desire to get to the football. And if you have that, you're usually going to be a pretty good football team. Defense wins championships in my book, and that's where we put our emphasis. And as long as we're playing like we have been, I think we have a shot in any game we go into. Really, we had some snapping issues last week, and that's really where it all starts. So the timing was off. I don't think it was anything more than that. A day off from school can be attributed to being lethargic, but really when you go back to it, and maybe that was part of the snapping, wasn't the timing, yes, it could be. But then you go into the Jasper week, and do you change things? That's the question. And you change things for every opponent because of what they do. Everybody's different. So yes, you have to adjust to the team you're playing. You're still doing the same stuff you always do. It's what you do during the week that wins the game. It's not so much on Friday. It's preparing for that opponent all week long so that the kids can play fast on Friday. If you wait till Friday, it's a little too late. So yes, every team is going to be different, and we will change a little bit or evolve to compete with what they do a little bit better. Honestly, no, I don't. I think it'll still be no matter what you do. It takes, you got to be doing it in a couple of years, I think. And we have been, but maybe it takes a few more years. Honestly, I would say no. I just think it's always that next opponent, it's always the next one. And I think it's good being the underdog, and that's our role. And if you beat a quality ball club and whoever that is, then I think for that brief moment, yes, everybody going, hey, they are a good football team. And I can tell you, regardless if we win or lose Friday night, we're a good football team. And so that's what we need to know. To even think that you're considered with some of those perennials that have been there for years and years, I think that's complimented itself. I think our community believes that we're a good football team, regardless of the outcome Friday night.